What's up, YouTube? This is Lord Ryujin, and this week's topic is about the Wii U. So I talked in a video a little while back about how Nintendo is unifying their home console and their portable console divisions. And I thought that was a great idea because it really seems like the two are being intertwined with one another. I mean, think about it. With the CirclePad Pro, the 3DS essentially gets a second analog and triggers, just like the Wii U remote, the gamepad does. It also has a touch screen, just like the 3DS does, and with your home television, it just has two screens. Now, they are designed to be separate entities, after all, but one of the better parts about Nintendo is that they really do seem to be unifying the two. Not only have they announced that the home console and the portable divisions are being unified for the sake of creating games at a more timely rate, but they've already said that apps like Miiverse are coming to the 3DS, and we've already seen the Nintendo Network show up on the Nintendo 3DS, so I would like to see Nintendo Network IDs be used for the Nintendo 3DS as well. But I think the best part, the thing that would really go smoothly for me, is if they unified the eShops. And here's the reason why. I've always considered my tablet to be kind of like a little portable laptop that I take with me. You know? So when I'm away and I'm in a Wi-Fi hotspot, I can check Facebook and I can do all the stuff that I would be able to do on my home computer, but I'm not at home. That's the same thing that I do with my 3DS. I consider my 3DS to be my portable Wii U, essentially. That I can take it with me and have access to similar games, except for exclusives, of course. And with the announcements of things like Miiverse, Netflix, and Hulu Plus will hopefully be coming to the 3DS as well, from what I hear, that it will have similar apps as the Wii U. This is the most promising to me because it basically seems like they are going through the effort of making the 3DS a portable Wii U. If they did this, I'm definitely on board. Now, I'm a very educated consumer, especially when it comes to the video game industry. I usually do my research pretty well. Every now and then I do mess up. I mean, what consumer doesn't? But if I was a generalized consumer, not as educated as I am and aware that the 3DS came out like a year and a half before the Wii U, when I heard Nintendo eShop, I would think it's the same thing. And here's why I think the unification is going to work. Because they named instead of doing like they did with the Wii and have it be separate, where it's the Wii Shop channel and then there was a DSi Shop channel, you had the Nintendo eShop. And now that the Wii U is out, it's the Nintendo eShop. So to me, it would seem to make sense if they updated the 3DS eShop. I mean, really, let's think about the implications of this, if you will. With the Nintendo gamepad for the Wii U, I'm capable of exploring the eShop on the touchscreen, just like I am on the 3DS. I'm able to download games, just like I'm capable to on the 3DS. And hopefully Nintendo will get some kind of video content in there. I mean, you're already able to watch things like the Nintendo Direct that they gave you. You're able to watch it both on the Wii U as well as on the 3DS eShops. So, to me, unifying them to where the same games are available would just be mind-blowing. I think that this is a great chance for Nintendo to really show off this stuff because Sony already did this with the PSP. I'm more than aware of that. And they're doing the same thing now because if you go on the PS3 and you go into the PlayStation Store, there's Vita games that you can buy. I understand that they're doing the same thing, but I feel as though Nintendo is behind on this by making separate shops. I mean, first of all, there'd be less maintenance because you're only taking care of one shop versus two shops. So when you update the 3DS shop and you have to go through and update the Wii U eShop, it's double the work. Having one eShop means less work, so you can put more time and effort into making the eShop better. Plus, it gives me the opportunity as a consumer to, again, do like I just mentioned with my tablet and do things on the go. So maybe I want to check my Miiverse account. Well, if the Miiverse is going to be the same thing on the 3DS that it is on the Wii U, I'll get the same notifications I'll have the same friends, and I'll have access to the same communities. And this will allow me to, while I'm on the go, and I'm playing Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon or something, to write a little note about it. And people that are on their Wii U, that are friends of mine, they can go, yeah, I want to play it too. I'm looking forward to it. And this gives more communication options since you're on two different systems. It also allows me to decide, well, you know what, I'm noticing that all my friends are playing Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. So, I'm going to go to the eShop, and I'm going to download this sucker right now, and I'm going to do it to my Wii U, and I'm going to have it do it now. And then as soon as I shut my 3DS, it sends the information to the eShop. The eShop downloads it to my Wii U, and as soon as I get home, the game is available on my Wii U for me to play. It's that kind of ingenuity that I feel would really help Nintendo. Really help them. Especially for people like me who love their hardware, go through the trouble of getting their hardware as soon as possible, usually are very early adopters within the first year or so. And then we don't get much. I mean, the 3DS had scarce games. It had scarce applications. And even though it is better now, the games are finally starting to come. And the Wii U is sort of the same thing. I mean, I've got 3 games for my Wii U, and they're probably only the 3 best games that are available right now. You know? I mean, there's no Zelda, there's no Metroids. There's nothing really of that caliber on the Wii U or on the 3DS yet. So, the eShop can alleviate this. Because if you offer the Cave, for example, on the Wii U as well as on the 3DS, and you can have it to where you can access it from the same shop, it doesn't matter if you're at home, it doesn't matter if you're away. You can access the same game. And something that'd even be better is if they try to do something like what Sony's doing, where maybe you get a digital copy for your 3DS. I mean, how interesting would that be if I bought it for my Wii U and they said, well, here's a digital version for the 3DS just for you to play on the go, so that way you can take your game with you and continue from where you were. How fantastic would that be? Make sure you leave your opinions on the topic, though, because I want to know. Do you think that unifying the divisions like this is a sign that they're going to maybe unify the eShop as well? Do you like the idea of them unifying the eShop? Because, as I've just mentioned earlier, throughout this entire video actually, I think it's a wonderful idea. It gives people the option. Because, I mean, let's face it, it is called Nintendo eShop. It's not called the Wii U eShop. It's not called the 3DS eShop. It's just called the eShop, which implies that it is the same store, just like PlayStation Store. Doesn't matter if you're on the PSP, doesn't matter if you're on the PlayStation 3, on the Vita, or on the PlayStation 4 when it comes out. You're more likely going to get access to the same store. And so Nintendo should follow suit with this. They should. You know? At least that's how I feel about it. I mean, if you're going to give us things like an e-reader to be able to download old editions of Nintendo Power, to be able to read on our Wii U and on our 3DS, if you're going to bring us the Miiverse to the 3DS, and if you've already stated that you're unifying your home and your portable divisions for the sake of coming out with games in a more timely fashion, it really does seem, especially when you design your Wii U gamepad to look and act and feel very similar to a 3DS. It seems to me like you're going through all this trouble for something. And I just think that unifying the eShop is a great way to show that you're serious about unifying them. Because I would love the idea, you know? I don't want to be able to just watch the Nintendo Show 3D on my 3DS. Maybe I don't feel like pulling up my 3DS. Maybe I want to watch it on my high-definition television. So, I'll pull it up on the Wii U. Watch the same stuff. Watch Nintendo Direct. Watch the, you know, or maybe if I'm out and about, maybe I want to watch the latest Nintendo Direct on my 3DS. You know, I want to be able to have the same shop. I like the idea of having the same controller pretty much, because that's what the CirclePad Pro makes me feel like. It feels like I'm holding a miniature version over the Wii U gamepad. But again, I'm rambling on, and I'm sorry. I just like this idea, and I wanted to share it with you and get your opinions on the topic. But as usual, this is just my opinion. Make sure you leave yours.